Hello, good to see you. My name's Tony, FMDNA, back for another rebuild. It's the Newcastle Rebuild, and this one is going to be a lot of fun. Why? Because we've got so much money to spend. It's good. This is not going to be realistic at all, because I'm going to spend the money on Wonder Kids. I'm going to spend the money, as much money as I can, to get in the best players as possible to try and win the Premier League, the Champions League, as quickly as possible. I thought then they got a 5-year plan, Newcastle, to win the Premier League or to be competitive. Yeah, I think it might need longer than 5 years, but I won't need that long, he says. This is a 5-year rebuild. So when's the last time they won something? They did win the Championship in 2017. They got 4 league titles to the name, last coming in 1927. Europa League, 1969. FA Cup, last coming in 1955. And like I said, we spoke about the Championship. And then a FA Community Shield in 1909, fair few years ago. Anglo-Italian Cup, 1973. So it's been a while since they won a major trophy, and not talking about winning the Championship. When I think of Newcastle, for me personally, I think of Ginola. Being a Spurs fan, it's mostly one of the best buys we have had of him. He's such a great player, really enjoying. But you might think of Alan Shearer. You might think of Peter Beardsley. You might. But we will make some new players, legends at the club, hopefully in 5 years. Like I say, this one is just a lot of fun. It's not going to be realistic. I'm just going to spend the money like there's no tomorrow. Let's take a look at the squad. So the squad is quite big. Quite a fair few players. And there's some ages there as well. Some late, 32, 31, 29. There's some old players. So we do need to shift some of these players on. I know they've only just signed Chris Wood in the game. Yeah, I can't see him having much of a future at the club with me. Trippier, great player, 30 years of age. Good for a couple of seasons maybe. So right back's going to be an issue later on. Centre-backs, I'm not a fan of their centre-backs. They're a bit slow, acceleration. Yeah, Fernandez, 6'3". It'd be alright for a couple of seasons, 1 season, but I will look to replace them sooner rather than later. Yeah, the acceleration, they lack it. They lack it. The centre-backs lack it. I did notice that one of their centre-backs is 6'7". Is it Byrne? Yeah, Dan Byrne. He's literally massive, 6'7". Acceleration again, can't get away, but yeah, he's got a bit of pace. Heading's not the best, but at 6'7", 19 jumping, he's gonna, well, he'll be able to jump over the goal. He's gonna be huge. Right, let's take a look at the tactic that I'm going to be playing. So I created like a 4-4-2 tactic. I'm going to call it 4-4-2 rather than a 4-2-4 because they're wingers on the left and right. They're not inside forwards. They're on support. They're not gonna get forward as much, which I want, because on them I've got like cross from the byline and aim at the near post. So he's going to whip it into the near post for Woods, and he's going to be some maximum on the right hand side. Is going to be whipping it in the near post for Wilson. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan, and we will see how we get on. But yeah, this is the team. Dubravka in goal. Target, he's only on loan, so will I make that permanent? I know they did in real life, but in the game he's only on loan, so I will need to look at that. I'm going to need a fair few players, but lucky enough, I've got a fair bit of money. So this is the sort of team we're looking to go for at the start, before I've made any transfers, before we even thought about buying anyone. This is what I think is Newcastle's best 11. Target, Byrne, Fernandez, Trippier, Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton, Almirion on the left, St. Maximin on the right, Wood and Wilson. In reality, if I had so much money to spend, like 113 million like I've got, and a bit of wage budget, or we're looking to maybe a new keeper in the long term, 2 centre-backs, left back, a backup right back, another midfielder, centre midfielder to compete with these two. Definitely a winger on the left. Almirion, I'm not too sure if he'll be a good left winger. Got a load of acceleration, load of pace, but it's the crossing. As I wanted to cross it in near post, he's really lacking with 10. So Maximum will be alright on the right hand side, and Wood is one that I feel I will be looked to move on. And then Wilson be great for a couple of seasons, but still the same sort of thing. He's 29 years of age. He's not going to last out the 5 years. So are we looking to move him on as well? Let's see how the transfers go, and let's get to the beginning of season 1. So it's the 12th of August and the season's just about to start. So let's take a look at the transfers. So we've got Luis Sinisterra from Farnoid for 14.5 million. Competition for St. Maximin on the right hand side. A very, very good player. 22 years of age. good future, and he hopefully will be and play well for 5 years. 5-year rebuild, it should be. Mukhtar Diakhaby from Valencia, a centre-back with acceleration. We've got centre-backs, but we haven't got any with a good acceleration. A very good centre-back. Telling me he's the best centre-back at the club with someone else. Another transfer. We've got 2 new centre-backs in. And Gastano Castrovelli from Fiorentina for 11.5 million. A very good midfielder, central midfielder. Gomes, yeah, really good in midfield, central midfield. We're looking really good. Nunes Santos for 20 million. We've spent some money to play out on the left. Good pace, good acceleration, good dribbling, good crossing. Yeah, I feel we had Almiron on the right, on the left hand side, sorry. So he will be playing out on the left. And Moussa Dembele, a very good striker, 25 years of age. Callum Wilson, Dembele up front, Chris Wood, you can just sit on the bench, son. Who else we got? Moussa Nakate, another centre-back, a very, very good centre-back. Like I said, he's 6'3", he's got some acceleration, he's got some great mental stats, and he's not a bad, I wouldn't say it's not a bad price, 10.5 million, fantastic. And then this one, some guy called Darwin Nunes. Yeah, so Darwin Nunes, a very, very good striker, 35 million, not a bad price. I'm going to say not a bad price. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I most probably will still play Dembele and Callum Wilson up front. And then Darwin Nunes will be... He's 22 years of age. He will play. He'll be a bit part player. Then we most probably get rid of Wilson and have Dembele and Nunes as the front 2. This one was... he's a good player. He's got loads of potential. 18 years of age. 5 million. Carlos Alcaraz. Yeah, so I thought it was one for the future. We've got 5 years. He'll be 23 at the end. So... he should be a very good player. Alex Moret from Napoli, 9.75 million. I'm not really convinced about the keeper. I don't mind him, but it's the age, 32 years of age. So, Alex Moret is 24. He's good. I still don't know. When we're competing for the Champions League, I'm not too sure he will be at the level you need to win it. But he'd be very good at the meantime, and he's on 42k a week. So that's not bad. It's not bad wages. And then left back, we needed one because Target is only on loan. Renan Lordi, I hope they say. If I've not really said, I do apologise. I am terrible, absolutely terrible with pronunciation of names. So yeah, just bear with. 23 years age, Brazilian left back. He just looks phenomenal. Really, really good. And if at a push, we can play him in left midfield. Dribbling's good, crossing's good. Finances, I've spent a lot. A hell of a lot. We've got 7 million left. Transfer budget 2.4 million. Wages, shall I say. And yeah, players that have gone out. Who did I let go? There's quite a few. Matt Ritchie, 2.2 million. Longstaff, 6 million. Amirion, 5.5 million. Just the tactic I want to play with wingers and crossing. He just didn't. With the crossing of 10, he had a load of pace and acceleration, like I've said about, but he just didn't have it what I wanted. So... best off to see you later. 5.5 million, not the greatest. So it says we spent 260 million, but this goes on Chris Wood and Gomes and stuff. And obviously that was spent before I even got here. And Joe Willock from Arsenal. And Dan Bannon from Farrington and from Brighton. So a lot of that money I didn't actually spend. So I spent 100 million or so. It's like a fun game. Fun game. We're spending as much money as you can. Right. The season starts. The opener. It's Liverpool. A nice, easy game to start the save off with. Let's see how season 1 goes and see if this tactic is any good. Let's see. So we got to the quarter final of the Carabao Cup and sadly we lost 3-1 against Arsenal. In the FA Cup, we sadly got knocked out by Tottenham. Took a replay and they beat us 4-1. Not the greatest of starts, not the greatest of first seasons in the Cup, but in the league it's been amazing. 82 points. 1 point away from first season winning the Premier League. Goals wise as well, the front 2, Dembele scoring 23 goals and Callum Wilson with 22 goals. Nunes with 16 goals. Yeah. Front 2, 3 when Nunes come on. Absolutely phenomenal. Average rating wise, who's the best performers? Dembele, Wilson, Nunes Santos on the left hand side doing really well. Nunes there. So yeah, really, really well. Transfer news, was there anyone else in January? I brought in one more player, a defender from Chelsea, Sarr, on loan, just to cover left back as well. Play at centre back and left back. He didn't play that too often. 6 appearances because of injuries and stuff. 6.81, not the best season, but we didn't really need him. Players that went out in January. Javi went, not very much money, 2.4 million. But yeah, so far, a very, very good start. Let's get to the beginning of Season 2. Well, it's the 1st September, the start of Season 2. The transfer window has shut, and I've brought in a fair few players. You wouldn't expect anything else. With the money you have at Newcastle, you're going to bring in loads of money. It's always about 100, 150, 200 million every season. So Kyle Walker-Peters comes in, a very good right back from Southampton, 17.5 million. I've seen him go for a lot more money than that. That was a really good price. I really like him. Duke, I've got him to maybe him and Nunes to play on the Nuno Santos, to play on the left-hand side. I'm not too sure he'll play on the right. I know he's an inside forward, but he's going to be a winger. Crossing the 13, that's good enough, surely. English as well. And then another central defender. I do love central defenders. Nikola Milinkovic, a very good centre-back. He's telling me he's one of the best players at the club. And he is. He's 6'5" as well. He's very tall. Good heading as well. Good jump and reach. Yeah, just another central defender. And Ward-Prowse, 58 million. I also think that's a lot, but a very, very good price. In real life, if Newcastle could get him, he would be phenomenal. Such a good player. Such good at free kicks. Even though in my Liverpool Rebuild, the Twilight Zone, he didn't score, I don't think, maybe one free kick, 1 or 2, in the amount of time I was playing that series for. Dominguez, all-round good central midfielder. Telling me he's better than Gamiras and Cristofelli and Ward-Prowse there. So him and Ward-Prowse will play in centre midfield, and Gamiras will take in turn, switching it about a bit with them two. And this one here, 71 million, Tammy Abraham. Him and Nunes up front. We've still got Callum Wilson. We've got Dembele as well. So we've really got some really good strikers. So with that, let's have a look who went out. Who went out? So we got Chris Wood. Even though Newcastle spent a lot of money on him, I sold him for 2.4 million. Yeah, not the smartest of things I've ever done, but there was no money in him. Dan Burn, 4.1 million, sold him. It's the acceleration, I just didn't like it, and he's 30 years of age. Some other Darlow, another goalkeeper, he went out for 2.3 million. Dubravka, another keeper, 7.5 million, 33 years of age. I think that's a good price for him. And we've got, like I say, we've got Unana. Well, we ain't got Unana. You haven't seen it yet, but we have got another keeper. You most can guess who it is. Hayden, West Ham, 5.75 million. 27 years of age. Good player, but we've got much better central midfielders. If I go to this season, at the start of this season, Kamara, central defender on a free transfer. Very good. And Unana to be competition with Moret and goalkeeper. So we've got two very, very good keepers. 26 years of age. He's always out of contract the first season at FM. So if you can get him, pick him up. I love and I hate the guy. Sometimes he's amazing. Sometimes he's just so frustrating. And who else went out? John Joe Shelby went for 2 million. Joe Linton went for 10.75 million. Jeff Hendrick, 2.5 million. 4.5 million here. 5.5 million here. Ryan Fraser. So yeah, we've brought in a bit of money as well. Not a lot, considering how much we spent, but we've brought in a bit. We have played some games already. Let's take a look. So the season started really well. Considering we lost against Man United, okay, 4-2 there. But we beat Brighton 3-0, Norwich 2-1, West Brom 4-1. So I think the league started really well. We're going to be in the contention again this year for the Premier League. Surely. We were so close in our first season. We've done some amazing signings. So we've got to be really close to win the Premier League this season. I am trying to sell Callum Wilson now, though, because I've got Dembele, I've got Nunes, I've got Tammy Abraham. There's no place really for Callum Wilson, so I am trying to shift him on, but he doesn't really want to go. But we will see. He might go later on. Right. We've got some good players now. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good. We've got to be closer than we were last season. I think it was 81, 82 points we got. Can we get more than that this season? Let's get to the end of season 2. So the end of season 2 in the Carabao Cup, we got all the way to the final and lost against Man United in extra time 2-1. We did have a man less as well. We had someone sent off. You can see here also we lost the Community Shield 3-0 against Man City, and we also had someone sent off there too. In the FA Cup, we went out in the 4th round, but we did beat Liverpool 5-0. But then we went on to lose against Chelsea 1-0. But you can see here, Mbappe. How the hell they got him, I have no idea. And a free transfer. Like I said, at the start of the season, he is out of contract, but Chelsea have pulled off an absolute coup there. That is amazing. I would show you the Champions League, but we're going to go straight to the Premier League. Premier League, we've done worse. We've got 77 points. Goal difference of 32. We lost 7. We drew 8. We won 23. Tammy Abraham is the top goal scorer with 28 goals. If I look at the goals, you've got Nunes there with 21 and Moussa Dembele down here with 11 goals. Callum Wilson still at the club because he just won't go. We've done worse. We've done worse. But in the Champions League, we won it. We played Ajax in the final and beat them 2-1. So, I don't know what to say. It's a very, very disappointing season. I don't think it is. You win in the Champions League in the 2nd season in. It's phenomenal, but it's just that we got worse in the league. We beat Barcelona along the way, Bayern Munich, Juve. Yeah, we were really good. We were really good in Europe. And so far, we've got the Champions League to our name. So that's our first trophy. That's not bad, is it? Your first trophy, what have you won? 2nd season, Champions League. Let's take a look at the transfers who came in January. So in January, actually, I didn't even strengthen the team. I didn't need to. Kamara and Nano were the last ones to come in. You can see here, a load of players going out on loan. Ryan Fraser was the last one I showed you, and no one else. Mark Gillespie for 190k, but other than that, most of them were just loaning players out. Right. Season 3, I'm hoping for a big one because we won the Champions League now. So close in the first season, not as close in the 2nd season. 3rd time lucky in the Premier League. Let's take a look. So we're going to start off on the transfers for season 3. It's the 31st of August. The transfer window's shut. Let's take a look. Who did we bring in? We brought in some amazing players, and I've spent, obviously, a bit of money because it's Newcastle. Theo Hernandez, what a left back he is. Absolutely phenomenal. Look at his attributes. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. 63 million, could raise to 73 million. Amazing. That's a good price. 87 million. Alessandro Bastoni, another amazing player. Great centre-back. 195k a week. We can afford it. Alexander Nabel, a very, very good keeper and very good price as well. So I know what you're thinking. We've got 3 very good keepers. We definitely let one of them go. His attributes, 6'4", he just looks really good. I feel he will be the number 1. It's going to be competition. The only problem is now, I'm going to find out, having 2 really good keepers, Unana and Nabel, it's going to be, one of them's going to get upset. We'll talk about who left, but you most already guess, if Unana's still here, it's going to have to be Moret, the other goalkeeper that's left. So Alex Moret did leave for 22.5 million. When I look at his attributes, see, they come in with a price 22.5 million, and I wasn't looking to sell him, but I did sell him. And then when I was looking in the market, it's a no-brainer. What did he cost me? 6.5, good to price to 6.75. That's a brilliant price. Joe Willock went out for 9.75 million. He just didn't really get a game. A very good player, young player as well, some good potential. I should have kept him about, but I don't think he's ever going to play. In the 5 years, I don't think I'm going to be able to fit him in. So, the best of just selling him. And Mukhtar Dahab, this is like I've got to say it in my throat. Mukhtar Dahabi. Apologies, my pronunciation is terrible. I let him go just a case of like Bastoni come in for 87 million. We had too many centre backs. You know, I love a good centre back. Right, it's the 31st of August, like I said. Let's check out how well the season started. It started okay. I'm only just going to say okay. We were very unlucky. We lost the UEFA Super Cup to Man United in extra time 3-2. Could have done with another trophy. So far, we've only got the Champions League to our name. Not a bad trophy to have. We beat Leicester 2-1 and lost against Chelsea 3-2. Yeah. League-wise, it's early days. We're in 10th spot, 3 points on the table. But like I said, it's early. It's very, very early. Let's get on the end of season 3 and see if we're any closer winning the Premier League. So at the end of season 3, we got knocked out early again in the Carabao Cup against Chelsea. It's always Chelsea, 2-1. In the FA Cup, we got knocked out again in the third round against Man United. We've had some really tough draws. I don't mind playing them in the final, but in the third round, come on. Champions League. Well, in the group stages, we've done really well. 12 points. We didn't lose a game. Considering we had Ajax, who we had in the Champions League final last season, yeah, that was really good. Nice by Leverkusen, but sadly, later on in knockout stages, we beat Copenhagen comfortably, but then we placed Liverpool in the quarter-final of the Champions League, and we lost 4-1 here, but we did beat them 2-0 at home. We check out the league table. We got 73 points. I know what you're thinking. Tony, you started off with 82 points, and then it was 77. Third season in, you've got 73 points. You're getting worse. I can't say anything about it. We are getting worse. Even though the team is absolutely phenomenal. Tammy Abraham, 29 goals. Dembele, 16 goals. Nunes, 13 goals. Yeah. We maybe need a few more players. Improve it a little bit more. If we take a look at the transfers who came in, only one player came in, Pierre Kalulu. Right back is a real spot that I'm really struggling with. Getting a player to play well there. Kyle Walker-Peters he's okay, but he's not phenomenal. Not for Newcastle, not in this tactic. So we bring in Pierre Kalulu to see if he can do any better. 11.25 million, that's not bad. I think that's a good price. Players that went out, we did make a bit of money. Lodi, 18 million to Borussia Dortmund. We got Hernandez now play left back, so we didn't lose too much on him, so it's not too bad. Still is a decent left back, but it's no point having two really good ones. Kamara, we got Brangham on a free. We sold him for 20 million. It's always about profit, isn't it? He's just such a good player just to bring in, just to sell on later on. Stevenson, don't think you've ever seen him. He's just someone that was here already, and someone offered me 5.75 million. Happy days, see you later. But that is it. That was all the transfers. Right, let's get to start of season 4. Let's bring in some more players to strengthen the squad. Not that we need it. We should be good enough. But I am still going to spend some money and see if we can get any closer, not worse, closer to win the Premier League. Let's check out the transfers. So it's the start of season 4. The transfer window is shut. When I say it's the start of season 4, I've missed it a little bit. It's the 30th of October. The transfer window has been shut for a little while. So who did we bring in? We signed some amazing players yet again. Wesley Fofana for 64 million, a phenomenal player. The partner Bastoni at centre back. What a pairing. Absolutely phenomenal. Rafinha from Bayern Munich. He obviously went to Leeds. He was at Leeds. Went to Bayern Munich for 40 million. And he played well there. And we spent 63 million on him. Maybe we should have signed for 40 million when we had the chance. And then Callum Hudson-Odoi. We signed him for 25 to 30.5 million. Just to cover the player out on the right. For some maximum. Who else left? Lewis Sinsteri. He left for 10 million. We didn't really need him anymore. And he didn't play particularly well when he was here. So Hudson-Odoi will take his spot to play back up. First season, he done really well. Second season, he got worse. And the third season, he got even worse. Just like our form in the league. We started off really well with Newcastle. And we seem to be getting worse in the league. Up to date, what we got? Yeah, so David Calabria from AC Milan. Another right back, 25 to 30 million could raise to. A really, really good right back. I really like the look of him. Eddie, do you want me, Michael Jackson? Eddie Nketiah from Arsenal, 18 million, could raise to 22 million. We got some good strikers here. And also, I had to buy another striker. I'll show you in a minute. Vivaldi from Real Madrid, 54, could raise to 64 million. Absolutely phenomenal player. Him and Ward-Prowse, central midfield. We're going to be unstoppable. Champions League, Premier League, everything, surely. A Dane Scarlett on loan from Tottenham. Yeah. Players that went out. Trippier went on a free. This guy that I bought at the start of the season and the first season, 5 million, good youngster with loads of potential. I'm just never going to play him. So I sold him for 5 million. See you later. Pierre Kalulu. We only just recently signed him. He didn't have the best season. And yeah, I just felt like Calabria is better. So there's no point having him. We've got Cole Walker Peters, don't forget. So I've sold him on, bought him in and sold him on. One season wonder. So then St. Maximum, we've sold him 43 million. This was a hard one because he was upset. I didn't want to sell him, but it's Real Madrid. And when Real Madrid come in for a player, they literally upset everyone. And just best thing to do was just let him go. And I did. Nuno Santos, 31.5 million. We made a lot more money than we spent this season. It was not a bad player, but also not great. First season was his best season. Yeah. And then Moussa Dembele, the same sort of thing. They offered me 50 million for him. I rejected it. Or was it 40 million? I rejected it. I didn't want to sell him. And then he was upset. Put a transfer request in. And in the end, I had to let him go for 34 million. But he was so good. 28 years of age. You could have seen that the 5 years. 23 goals in his first season. Not so great the second season. But him got better in the first season. 16 goals at 27 games. Yeah, so letting him go is the reason why I bring in Decatur and Scarlett to play as backup. Yeah, if we take a look at the formation, it's still the same, and the tactic, let's take a look. So we're still playing the 4-4-2, and it's still working well. I'm going to say that even though we're getting worse. The team is much better. This is the best team we've ever had, even though we've been getting worse in the league. I don't understand it. We've got Nabel, Hernandez, Bastoni, Fofana, Calabria, Valverde, Ward-Prowse, Rafinha, Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right, Nunez, Abraham up front. Maybe the right-hand side is the weakest point, but Callum Hudson-Odoi is a proper winger. He'll be out there. You're a proper winger, inverted winger. You're a proper winger. Very strong right foot, very strong left foot, some good crossing, some good dribbling, not bad pace. He should do all right on the right. Later on, for a fact, I will get another player to play here. But everywhere else, goalkeeper maybe? No, everywhere else, just the right wing, I feel is golden. It's a very, very good team and a very good bench. I do need more wingers. And yeah, Decatur, the player, is backup for strikers, is good. And I've got Scarlett in to be backup for the backup. Let's take a look at the league and how well has it started. Well, like I said earlier, it is the 30th of October, so we have played a fair few games. It didn't start the best, as in we lost against Arsenal, but then we beat Leeds, beat Tottenham. Didn't just beat Tottenham, we thrashed them 7-1. Beat Leicester. Drew against Bayern Munich in the group stages, and if we take a look at the group, we're bottom. Yeah. It's still a lot to play for. There's 3 games left to play. We can change this around and maybe still go on to win the Champions League. We've got a lot to do. Porto, Bayern Munich, Celtic. Celtic, top 6 points. We do have a lot to do. Lost against Southampton. Beat Derby in the Carabao Cup. Yes, we're through the third round. We keep getting knocked out early. Beat Man City. Lost against Celtic. Drew against Man United. Beat Brighton. Drew against Porto. Beat Norwich. Beat Cardiff City. Just about on penalties in the Carabao Cup. I wouldn't mind an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup this season. With a team that we have, we've got to win at least one trophy this season. We've got to. 4th season in. 4th time lucky of trying to win the Premier League. Let's keep everything crossed and let's get to the end of season 4 where we're lifting 1 trophy. Well, it's not going to be the Carabao Cup because we got knocked out against Chelsea in penalties. Yeah. FA Cup, much, much better. We have won the FA Cup. There's 2 trophies. Champions League and now an FA Cup. We played Brighton in the final. Along the way, we beat Scunthorpe. Beat Liverpool, took a replay, Birmingham City, Norwich. This is the good little run you want. The good teams that you want to play against. Leicester City and Brighton, the toughest one being Liverpool. And then the rest you expect us to win, and we did. So, 2 trophies down. How well did we get on in the Champions League? Chelsea. That's all I'm going to say, Chelsea. So we did qualify. The group stages, we weren't looking the best. But we finally did pull it around. We beat Porto, beat Celtic, got a point against Bayern Munich the last 3 games. Scraped through against Inter Milan, 0-0, then 3-2. But then Chelsea, 2-0 we lost here. And then 2-1 here. Yeah, Chelsea are just the bogey team for us. Let's check out the league and see if we've done any better. What was it, 73, 71 points? We've got to do better than that. 78 points. Not too bad, but we're still a long way away from winning the Premier League. Which is scary. 36 goal difference. We lost 8 games. We drew 6. We won 24. You can see here, Tammy Abraham, 24 goals, and Nunez with 19 goals. So the front two, banging in the goals, but we're just not winning more games, losing too many games. 5-1 against Liverpool, 5-0 against Man United, 2-0 against Arsenal. Yeah, it's been tough. If I take a look at the transfers, only 2 players came in. Ferran Torres from Barcelona, for not a bad price, could raise to 42 million. I did want someone to play on the right, and I feel Callum Hudson-Odoi was not the answer, but Ferran Torres may be the answer. We might need another right winger. Watch the space. And then another loanee, Liam Delap, playing up front, striker. Yeah, he's never going to really play, but I brung him in just to, and the same thing with Scarlett as well. They were backup for backup. He's Scarlett's backup, and Scarlett is backup to Nikita, who's backup for Nunez and Tammy Abraham. One player went out, that's mentioned, 10 million. Gastano Costavelli. Yeah, he's a good player, great player, but just central midfield. We've got so much quality there. 10 million, just let him go. I feel for this final season, I'm going to need a lot of players. I feel the squad's a bit light. So I'm going to spend some money, and I'm going to bring some youngsters in as well, because I feel that's what we need now. Sometimes when you've got a really good team and you've got some really good backup players, they get upset because they're not playing, because they should be playing. Any other team they'd play for, but for us, our team, our first 11 is just phenomenal. So I'm going to bring in some youngsters to play backup as well, build a squad up, and hope for one final good season. We're getting better this time. Let's check out the start of season 5. So it's the 9th of August. The transfer window is still open. I've spent so much money, it's unreal. Let's run over the transfers. Some really good players. Timber from Ajax could raise to 72 million. I feel I'm going to play him as right back. Cover for centre back. 5'11". Really good player. Top notch. And he cost a lot of money. Nordi McKelly. Another one. Maybe the cover right back. Centre back. He's 6'2". Yeah, I might need the Salah right back, because I feel I'm going to have too many right backs. A youngster, regen, new gen. Like I said, I want to bring some more players in, squad players, 19 years of age, 5-star potential, really, really good. He's going to sit on the bench. Federico Kaiser, a very, very good player to play on the right. I've got a lot of right wingers now. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ferran Torres, and now Kaiser. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. They were at the end, start of this season, and I'll take a look. Who else we bring in? Some other youngsters, 8 million. Like I said, I wanted to bulk up the squad for some new gen regens. Another one here, 5-star potential, 18 years of age. Stats-wise, attributes-wise, it looks phenomenal. Especially this left-back from Inter Milan, 19.25 million. He looks really, really good, and he is a wonder kid. He's a very good-looking wonder kid. Players that went out. Milinkovic went for 19 million. Nakata went for 27.5 million. Gameres couldn't see out the whole 5 years. Went for 10.5 million. It's just because we've got really good central midfielders. It's just, he's only a backup player, and he was unhappy. And I understand that he's unhappy, because he is a very good player. He's too good to sit on the bench, but that's where he was sitting. If we take a look at how the season started, we won the Community Shield. The proper league hasn't started yet. We won the Community Shield 2-0 against Liverpool. And if you look up the top here, the FIFA Club World Cup, we won it. We beat Liverpool, PSG and Man United along the way. We have a very good team. A very, very good team. And a very, very good squad. If we take a look at the team now, it looks like this. Unana in goal, maybe Nobel. I'll keep swapping around a bit. I don't know who's the best keeper out of the two of them. They're both maybe exactly the same. Hernandez, Bastoni, Fofana, Timber. So the back line is amazing. Ward-Prowse for Verdi. Amazing. Rafinha on the left. Kaiser on the right. Nunez and Abraham up front. What more can you ask for? That is Ferran Torres on the bench. Maduk, Nakata, Kyle Walker-Peters, Hudson-Odoi on the bench. Players, some of these youngsters that are brung in can't even get onto the bench. This is a very good team. We've started so well, winning the World Club Cup, winning the Community Shield. We've added some more trophies to the cabinet. It's the 5th and final season. I want a league title. That's all I want. I don't care about anything else. In 5 years, I've got to win the league. This has got to be the season. Let's take a look. Well, I'm not going to make you wait. I'm going straight in on it. We did win the league. 86 points, just about. Liverpool and Man United pushing us all the way. 56 goal difference. We lost 6 games. We drew 5. We won 27. Goals-wise, who scored the goals? Nunes with 20 goals. Tammy Abraham with 19. Nikita getting 12 goals. 3 really good strikers and 3 good goal-tays. Even Nikita playing as backup, coming on, super sub, 12 goals a season. That's all right. We'll take it. We take a look at the transfers who came in. I bring in 2 more players, and they're basically 2 youngsters. 13 million, could raise a bit more. Like I said earlier, I just want to bulk out the squad. A right back, very good 5-star potential. I wanted to leave Newcastle in a really good spot with some really good youngsters just to take the reins later on, and a big squad as well. And players that left in January, Kyle Walker-Peters. We had so many good right backs for 26 million. He's gone to Barcelona, so what a career he's had. And then anyone else? Yeah, the other right back went to Nice. He's such a good right back, but Timber is too good. 38.5 million. When someone comes in an offer like that, you just got to accept it, because he's only playing backup. So just let him go. Let him go. And we won the league. We didn't need him. How well did we get on the cups? Can we add something more than the Premier League? The Premier League, what was after, but I will take a little bit more now, aka the Champions League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Well, the Carabao Cup didn't go to plan. We got knocked out in the 3rd round. We lost 4-2. FA Cup, we got knocked out in the quarter-final against Man City, losing on penalties. It's tough to take. Champions League was very tough. The group stages looked like this. We had Galatasaray, AC Milan, Atletico Madrid, and we just about done it. We did lose 2 games against Atletico Madrid and AC Milan. 12 points, the same as them, but better goal difference. But, it is a great big but, we went on to win it, the Champions League. It's been a very, very good season. Domestic cups, terrible. Champions League and the Premier League, absolutely phenomenal. And the FIFA World Club Cup as well, absolutely amazing. Yeah, so along the way, where do we go? Atalanta in the first... Wait, I've got the FA Cup still up. I want to get rid of it. Get rid of the FA Cup. So Atalanta in the first round knockout. Comfortable. Bayern Munich, 2-2, 4-3, close. PSG, we lost 2-0, but 4-1 at home. Then Liverpool in the final, beating them 4-1. Is pull it up and take a look. So that's 2 Champions Leagues, 1 Premier League, and FIFA World Club Cup. I have to go on. We'll check out all the trophies in a minute. We think we got away with it, because they had 20 shots, 4 on target. We had 12 and 6. Yeah, better possession, much better possession, and we come out 4-1 on top. Brilliant, excellent. Let's take a look at the club and see everything we've won. So when we take a look at the trophies, we do have 2 Champions League trophies, 2023, 2026. We only sadly have 1 Premier League title to our name, 2026. That is disappointing. A FIFA Club World Cup, 2025, brilliant. No UEFA League. FA Cup we do have 2025, which is a very good year. And the Community Shield, 2025, like I said, a very good year. Just a shame we couldn't win. The easiest competition to win is the Carabao Cup, and we just couldn't win it. We couldn't win it, getting knocked out far too early. I'm blaming it all on Chelsea. We take a look at our final squad of players. So this is it. Yeah, some of them are unhappy, like Unano wants a new contract. Nabel wants to start more games. But overall, it's not the biggest squad. How many players we got? If I take a look, well, we got 25 players. I think that is a good amount of squad players. Striker-wise, Tammy Abraham, Nunes, Nikita, and we've got Ferran Torres that can play out there. And Kaiser can play out front as well. So many great players. A really good squad. Not too big, not too small, just right. Let me know how you've got on with Newcastle, because it is a fun save. There's so much money to spend. You can just keep throwing the money about. It's just absolutely phenomenal. It's a good, fun save to do. Don't tell me that you won the Premier League in the first season. I don't want to hear it. It's tough. It took me 5 years to win the Premier League. Second season, though, I did win the Champions League. Thank you so much for watching. I do have a lot of other videos, tactic testing videos. I'm doing a giveaway when I hit 1,000 subscribers, so please subscribe and like. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I am giving away a football shirt mystery box just to say thank you from me to you. But that is it. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.